So that's kind of like all the ecosystem tokens. That's like what's going on. So from one token, we're getting the birth of over 6+ tokens, and then on top of that, airdrops and all this stuff. It is quite like, this is why I'm so bullish on it, because even if it takes another year, now I'm going to go over timeline of how things will launch. Okay, so I personally think we're going to get V3 testnet on Valentine's Day of this year, so in February. It could lag out some time in March, but personally, I think we'll have V3 coming out within the next month or so. Pretty cool. That's within that time frame. Um, Miguel, what's V3? Basically, it's just a giant test net for people to really just play around and make sure that they kind of check out all the bugs, and then the bugs are kind of noted down, like, oh, here's this isn't working, this is working, let's improve this, and then things are kind of improved in the background, and then the final product is ready to launch, and then it fully implements and launches. So basically, you need this kind of V3 thing in order to kind of launch the project and then launch. But it could very much well launch without it, but more than likely we're going to get a V3 launch of the testnet, and then from there we're going to get the real launch of PulseChain. Now, in terms of the timeline, we are going to have V3 testnet, snapshot, PulseChain launch, and then the launch of these other kind of ecosystem tokens, Mintra, NFT platform, Fiat, which is their Aave and stuff like that. You're going to get the liquid loans, which is basically their version of a stable, which is going to be probably the main stable coin for Hex, or the Hex in the PulseChain ecosystem. You're going to get a lot of things launching about a month or two after the whole PulseChain main launch and stuff like that. So you have quite a lot of like different sort of things in the first phase of it once it launches. And I believe all this will launch within this year. Now, in terms of when these are my own sort of guesstimations. I made previous guesses at what was going to happen in the past, and I think they were correct. But you had sort of like secondary sort of factors happen in the macro space. So you had now I'm just going to be really brutal. I'm going to be honest. I think what happened. Obviously, this is my opinion. Now, maybe Richard will probably say, "No, that's total bullshit." But that's what I believe. I believe this is what really happened, and you could fight me on this if you want. I don't give a fuck. But this is what I really believe that happened.